Hi there, today I'm going to be doing a practice session again. I did a practice session before and I'll do another practice session because I think it might be interesting to see how I put these sort of cover songs sort of together. And I'm doing Carolina in My Mind by James Taylor. Now this is it's a very, very well-known song and much covered, might I add. Lots of people have had a go at covering it. And so I'll just show you what I'm doing so far. So what I've done is I've looked at all there's some tutorial videos out there. In fact, if you're thinking of doing this song, James Taylor himself has done a tutorial video about it, which is very, very useful. And it shows him playing the way that he plays it, like, you know, obviously playing the way that he likes to play the song. But what I have noticed is if you watch the videos of this tune, he doesn't really do it the same twice. Now, when I say he doesn't do the song the same twice, obviously he does the lyrics the same twice. He does the vocal singing the same. But what he tends to change is the actual guitaring. So in my head, there are like three guitar types. There's three guitar singing types. There are three of. There's a guitarist that can sing. Yep. There's a singer that can play guitar. And then there's a brilliant singer that can play brilliant guitar, and they can do them both at the same time. Now, there are a few of those. Most people fall into the other category, which is a singer that can play guitar or a guitarist that can sing. I'm trying to confuse myself here, but I think you know what I mean. So I fall into the category of a singer that can play guitar. So now what that means to me is if I want to do a cover, and a good cover of a song, then it's either got to be relatively straightforward and simple guitar for me, because I'm not really Mr. Major Guitarist, and then I can do both together. Then I can do a bit of singing and sing and play the guitar. Or if it's a slightly more complex guitar part, like this one, which is Carolina in My Mind, as I said before, is I'm going to have to play the guitar track because I want to do a reasonable job of the guitar as well. And it's a quite tough guitar part, this one. So I want to do a really good job as best I can of the guitar part. So I will record the guitar part first, especially if I want to release this. I'll do as good a job I can with the guitar part, and then I'll add the singing, because what I don't want to do is do a 50% sing and a 50% guitar and be struggling between the both. Now, also, the chances of me actually singing this song again are quite unlikely, because I don't go and do gigs, I don't go and do any form of concerts now, so I'm just doing it really to produce a cover, a recording that I'm really happy with. So I've broken this song down into a few sections. Now the first thing is James tends to play this on the 3rd fret. So basically he puts the capo on the 3rd fret. Now, I'm not sure about that with my voice, and he does this intro type thing as it's a little bit more than that, but that's all I'm going to do for this second. So I've got, in my mind, I'm gone to Carolina. Okay, so that's where he sings it. Now maybe you guys can help me on this one, because I'm thinking of dropping it down one, just to, I think it fits better with my voice, but I'm not really sure. So as I'm in practice session mode, maybe you guys can tell me. So it's, so in my mind I'm gone to Carolina. And can't you just see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moon shining? And ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind? So as I was saying, I'm sort of trying to break it down into sections. There's one section I haven't even attempted yet. But so we've got this section, which is, isn't that just, so it's, ain't that just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind. So if you bring that up to speed, then really I don't really want to be putting 50% into the guitar and 50% into the vocal, so I will probably, as I said, multi-track this one. So, ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind? And I'm gonna Carolina in my mind. And that's one thing that he does as well, which is the... Now I'm pretty certain he does it slightly differently, and he also says that he has his fingers the different way round so he can do the hammer on. I have to say, I find it easier doing it this way. But maybe I'm not doing a proper hammer on. Probably not, actually. So anyway, does it sound okay in... So, in my mind I'm gone to Carolina. So that, or in the original James Taylor, which is on the 3rd fret, which is this. In my mind I'm gone to Carolina. So does that sound better? Might as well ask you a question. In my mind I'm gone to Carolina. And you see the sunshine. Can't you just feel the moon shining? And ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind? Yes, I'm gonna Carolina in my mind. So I've simplified those chords as best I can so that I can sort of sing and play it at the same time, but I'll probably sort of add a little bit more complexity into the chords when I actually record it. So there you go. This is me trying to practice it. And I'll give it another go. I think I'll leave it for now in the original key that you sang it to, because I tell you one thing about leaving it in the original key is you can sort of sing along to the original then, can't you, as well, which is quite good. So there's another section I'm working on where it starts, which I think this is the verse, where it goes. So I think that's another section that I'm starting to get right. So I think it goes, Karen, she is a silver sun. Best walk away and watch it shining. Watch the morning sun. And it's a silver tears. Now that's the bit that I haven't quite worked out yet. Silver tear appearing now. I'm crying, ain't I? Actually, that's pretty close to it, I think. And I'm gonna Carolina in my mind. So again, you can see it's not, I mean, maybe to a good guitarist, obviously, it isn't that complex, but when he's trying to do all these picking things and like hammer-ons and hammer-offs and stuff, and I'm a singer, so I really like to put my 100% into the singing. So if I was going to, I mean, I suppose I could practice for a year or two. Yes, maybe that's what I should do, but I don't really want to do that. So I know I can play this if I'm just playing it on the guitar. and not singing it. So I might as well use the multi-track capabilities I've got and do it that way. Very much like I did with that David Gray track, which was Sail Away. I think, is that called Sail Away? I think it was, yeah. So this is that other section again. I'm going to have another practice whilst I'm here. Karen, she is a silver sun. Let's walk away and watch it shining, a silver till morning come. That's it. Silver tear appearing now, and I'm crying, ain't I? And I'm gonna Carolina in my mind. Anyway, I'm going to get better at that, and I'm going to release that one as a proper single as well, I think. So hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you think it's better on the 3rd fret or way down in this on the 2nd fret. So yeah. Karen, she is a silver sun. Let's walk away and watch it shining. I chill the morning sun. A silver tear appearing now. I'm crying, ain't I? And I'm gonna Carolina in my mind. Don't forget, when you do these songs as well, if you are listening to this for a bit of, I wouldn't use the word inspiration, but if you're listening to this to sort of try and learn the song as well, do it slow. Don't try and rush it into the full speed. In fact, take it up in steps slowly. Until you get to the actual original speed I say original speed, you don't have to do it at the original speed as long as it doesn't drag out too long. Now, sometimes songs with lots and lots and lots of lyrics, if you slow them down too much, then they can drag out and really start to get on people's nerves, towards the end, because they're used to hearing the song at a faster pace. But you don't have to do it at the full pace. You just don't have to. It's not essential. But when you're rehearsing it, when you're practicing it, you must play it slowly. It's actually harder to play it slowly in some ways, but you can then see where you're going wrong. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Liking is really good for these for any videos that anyone creates. It's always good to get a little like on it, and it tells that wonderful YouTube algorithm that it was worth doing. So there we go. Thank you very much. Goodbye.